Hey guys, it's me Kate again. So this video is my June wrap-up. I'm filming this a few days before the end of June, so I might read at least one more book, but I'm not entirely sure. So if I look that way, I forgot to update my bullet journal as I was reading books, so I'll be looking at my spreadsheet. Just so you know, because how my spreadsheet is set up, I'll be talking about. I want me talking about books as I read them chronologically, because my spreadsheet is it's basically set up so it first shows up the first books that I added into it. So and I usually add the books, for example, when I do my TBR, when I film my TBR, I put first all of those books in, and then if I decide to read some others, I just put them in. So yeah, they're not put in chronologically. Also, I don't have one book with me at the moment here. The rest are everywhere, and it would be a mess if I decide to bring them all here. So I'm sorry. So let's go. First book is that we have here is The Gentleman's Guide to Getting Lucky, Mackenzie Lee, which is a novella in the Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue series, or I think the series is called Montague Siblings series, but I'm not entirely sure. But in that, this is novella following the events of the first book, in which we're following Monty, who is just about to go on his grand tour with his best friend, who he may or may not be in love with, and his younger sister. I gave it 5 to 5 stars, I think. And yes, I have Mickey Mouse cup. Then we have Royal Assassin by Robin Hobb, which is the second book in a Farseer trilogy, in which we are following Fitz, who at the age of, I think, 6, is left by his maternal grandfather at the doorstep of the keep for his father, the Crown Prince, to raise. But when his father hears that his bastard son is coming, he abdicates the throne and goes to live in the countryside, which leaves Fitz in quite an unfortunate situation where he is mostly raised by the stable master Mr. Burke, up until the certain age when his grandfather, the king, decides that he would be great royal assassin, because he's royal, so he can go to royal functions, but he's also a commoner, so a lot of people won't pay attention to him. I gave it 5 to 5 stars. Then we have Named Paulina Puh by Sonia Pollack, which is about Paulina Puh, who tells us about her life in a diary format, and I gave 10 out of 10 stars, 5 to 5 stars. I'm sorry. Then we have the next 2 books that I have written down are parts of the same series, so I'll talk about them together. We have Witchbane and Witchmanian by Lisa Casey, which are book 3 and first novella, I think, in Kitsune Chronicles series, in which we're following Sebastian, who is a kitsune who who has been on a run for a year, up until the day when he bumps into an alpha werewolf named Liam, who actually saved him a year ago. Then we have System Collapse by Martha Wells, which is if I remember correctly, only Murderbot books I haven't read, but I'm not entirely sure. And it's this is in Murderboard Diary series, in which I'm following Murderbot, who is essentially security robot, but just wants to be in bed watching TV. So yeah, I gave it 5 to 5 stars. Whew. Then we have We Free the Stars by Hafsa Faisal, which second book in We Free in the series. First is, I think, We Free Behind the Flame, I think. I don't remember at the moment. But in this series, we're following Zafira, who is the huntress, but nobody knows that she is a woman. And one day she starts to retrieve this magical artifact, which is on an island which is behind this magical forest. And also the other perspective is the king's son, who starts to go after her and kill her. Of course, they think she's a man. Then we have Wonder Woman: The Warbringer by Leigh Bardugo, which is one of the books in DC Icon series, in which we are following reimagined backstories of DC characters. And this one is Wonder Woman. Then again, we have two separate series. We have Illuminate Files series by Amy Kaufman and Jake Kristoff. I reread all 3 books this month also, and I reread them earlier in the year. And in this series, we're following kids that are all somehow connected to Space Colony Karenza 4, which has been attacked by this big space corporation, and they're trying to show what really happened. I gave 5 to 5 stars. Then I read A Court of Thorns and Roses, A Court of Mist and Fury, A Court of Wings and Ruin, A Court of Frost and Starlight, and The Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas. And in that series, we start with following Feyre, who, after murdering Faye Wolf, gets taken by his boss to his castle to be a captor. Gave all of them 5 to 5 stars, even though I think A Court of Silver Flames I gave 4 out of 5 stars. I'm not entirely sure, because let me just check. I think, yeah, it's 4 out of 5 stars, I think. I'm looking at my spreadsheet on my laptop, so it's on my tablet, not my laptop, so it's really weird to find things. I'm not used to it. And this is definitely the last thing that I finished, because I literally finished it this morning, and that's House of Flame and Shadows by Sarah J. Maas. I really enjoyed this one. I know that some people prefer the first book, then the second and third, but I have to say, when it comes to these books, the reason why I prefer second and third book to first one is because one of my favorite characters in these books was actually quite minor characters in the character in the first one, and actually major one in the second and third ones. So I really enjoyed them. I gave it, I think, 5 to 5 stars. I still haven't looked everything in my spreadsheet about this book, so I'm not sure what my rating will end up being, but I think it's 5 to 5 stars. So yeah, that's it for this video. If you liked it, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll have some my social media, my email, and some other stuff, and I'll see you next one.